Hello, and welcome back to the Tea Soju C-Drama Podcast, your drama hangout for all things C-drama. I'm your host, Liliana.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Caitlin.
The drama trio is back, so grab your tea, pour your soju, and let's chat dramas. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a historical dramas for beginners. And if you're not a beginner, please listen on and let us know in the comments what you think is a beginner friendly Chinese historical drama. But first, a little housekeeping. If you're enjoying the podcast, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the platform you're listening on. It really helps Tea and Soju reach more drama fans. For extra content, check out Patreon, where you'll find behind the scenes content, first impressions, Zoom meetups, bonus episodes, and more. And if you'd like to join the conversation, come find us on Discord, Instagram, and our other socials. The link will be in the episode notes. So, guys, how have you been? What have you been watching? Even though we did this exact same thing a week ago, because we just recorded last week. But have things shifted since
Let me
last
see.
week?
I'm going to have to look at my list. Yeah, things have shifted. I am
Mine
5
too,
episodes.
actually.
Yeah. I am 5 episodes into Faded Hearts. I'm really excited to keep going. I have officially dropped a couple of C dramas, and if you are on the Patreon for Tea and Soju, then you'll know which ones they are. I'll just tell you shorthand. It's Affinity and Dazzling. No more. Gone from my in progress shows. And then I finished watching Can This Love Be Translated, the K drama. More on that later. And then I am 3 episodes down for The Guardian, the Lonely and Great God 10th anniversary special, which was like a 4-episode reality show thing where they go and stay at the beach, and it's the location where they had that famous scene on the like rocky pier. Anyway, I am really enjoying that. That is so much fun, and they're just all so charming. The cast is really
shock you for a
no.
second?
What happened?
I know
you
I
haven't
haven't
watched
started it. No, I haven't watched it. But I finally feel like I'm getting close to the point where I could try it one last time. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we all know on this podcast that I've tried Goblin 3,000 times at this. That's an exaggeration, but I've tried it and dropped it. And then people kept telling me to watch it, and I got frustrated and I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like there's been enough time
10
now.
years.
Well, not for me, because I didn't watch it,
10 years since it aired. So,
but I've been seeing so many clips from their reunion show that it's giving me like that thing where, oh, maybe I could, you know, click play and try it one last time.
Yes.
And if it doesn't flow this time, it's never gonna go. So
I think it has a lot more in common. This is the week of Chris Nolan's The Odyssey, and I reread through audiobook the Odyssey, the Robert Fagles, I believe, translation, narrated by Ian McKellen, which, I mean, how amazing is that? So I got like 60% of the way through, and then that was this week, along with watching 3.5 episodes of this 10th anniversary thing for Goblin. And they show a lot of the iconic scenes and stuff. They kind of replay stuff throughout. And I'm like, oh my God, this has a lot in common with just like mythology, right? Just general, like the gods and interfering and all this stuff. So it feels very mythic, a lot more mythic than I like gave it credit for in the last 10 years. So yeah, I really appreciated that about the show.
No, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What about you, Caitlin?
I finished up Teach You a Lesson. Loved it.
You gave it a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
She did.
Yeah. It was I'm
very
it was
excited
amazing.
about that
It was
one.
so good. Yeah. I wanted to punch every kid in there. And villain in there. The villains actually were really well acted. To the point where there was a couple actresses who played like mothers who were atrocious. And I remember when one of the episodes was watched and people were talking about it, and like actors, like fellow actors, were reacting to this actress's performance, and they were like,
Hmm.
she freaking scared me. She was so good. So it's very well acted, especially the villains, but um there's also a lot more comedy in it than I thought there would be. Even though it has a darker tone than like Study Group, it still has some comedy in it. um so yeah, so I finished that up, and then I've just been binging Faded Hearts, and I'm already halfway through, which I was not expecting. Um,
You
so
know it's good
needless
when
to say,
Caitlin
I
is
love that
binging that
one.
hard. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you know she really loves it when she's binging it that hard,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Granted, I will say I am hermiting because I move in exactly a week, so I'm not doing
Yes.
anything social.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I'm,
Um,
as I've said, I'm not a very good binger, so it still
mm.
holds true to what Liliana just said.
My list has had some shifts over here because I randomly started a show that didn't really have any promotion, and it's called Xiao Fang, and it stars the female lead Wang Yinglu from When Destiny Brings the Demon as an unwed pregnant female lead that goes
Scandalous.
back to her hometown. Exactly. Goes back to her hometown, and all of a sudden she's like, I don't want to marry this guy that she's having a baby with. And, the
Okay,
family
doesn't want to
kind of
marry the baby daddy.
yeah. And then, like, the family kind of is coming back to kind of help her. And it's only 18 episodes. It's giving me, like, Meet Yourself vibes. Not that the story is anywhere near similar at all, because it's
Okay.
also only 18 episodes. But to me, so far, it's working. And this, like, really
What's the name of
flew.
it? Wait, so I could add it
Uh,
because you didn't tell me this earlier.
Xiao, Xiao Fang.
Okay.
So it doesn't even have, like, Xiao Fang is the name of the female lead. That's the name of
Mm.
the show. And it's like it's only 18 episodes. It has the same grandma from Meet Yourself as well.
Oh my.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It flew completely under the radar, like barely any promotion whatsoever. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. And then obviously I'm watching Blossoms of Power, loving that one. The fact that these two, the best thing about it is it's almost like a reverse harem because everybody's fighting for the, female lead, but also she's incredibly smart, and she's like, I'm not falling in love. I'm going to play the game, do what I need to do, and I'm not going to fall in love. That type of story. The male lead is supposed to be this weakly prince who is not weak at all. So it just speaks to me. Like, I love two incredibly smart characters working together and kind of like, making their way through the story. So that's working for me. And then the last thing that I started that I did not know was a thing was Peach and Me. Now, last year we had Me and Thee, which is like the show before this one. It's the same characters and everything. This one is just like a 4 episode continuation. And for some reason, that show had me in a chokehold. It's like it's a BL, it's a Thai BL. That show had me, like, Me and Thee had, like, me in a complete chokehold. So I was like, oh my god, I get to see these in, like, new episodes. Yes, please sign me up. So that's, what I started over the last, and Goodbye by Princess also started that. But yeah, so my list looks very different to what it did last week because I just pressed play on things that were not on my plan to watch list, weren't even on my radar, but are working for me right now. So yeah. So that's like what I'm currently watching. Also, I'm gonna put this here because have you guys tried? This is very random and very off topic, but I just got to try them today. Have you guys tried like the BTS Oreos that are hot dog flavor? Have you not seen
Nope,
these?
I have
I
not
don't
seen
think I've
them.
had an
No. I mean,
Oreo
I know what they
in
look
years.
like, but like I haven't
Yeah.
seen them in stores.
Is it so it's
So
spicy?
no, it's hot
No.
dog, like
Mm-mm.
the Korean pancake. Do you know the
Oh
Korean
my
Like the
pancakes
god,
brown
I'm
that have
sorry.
like the
sugar. Yeah.
sugar? Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I haven't. I haven't. That sounds
So
like a
they're
really good
all
idea, though. Damn.
they're pretty
Where
good.
can I find
They're pretty
that?
good. Anywhere, like Walmart,
Okay.
like pretty much everywhere is
Okay.
selling them in
I'll
the
have to
in
They're
the
purple.
States.
find it.
Because the state, yeah, they're purple. They're all purple, and then like on the inside they have like all sorts of, um names and signs and all of this. So all of them are quite different. But I just all of this to say that my local supermarket supposedly has had them, and I've been in a couple of times, and they were like in the most random place, but I got to try them today, and they are pretty good. Like that's probably one
Gotcha.
of my favorite Oreos that I've tried. And I'm not an Oreo fan necessarily, although I will say
Oh, I love
this
Oreos.
but the thing is, it's because you guys in the US have such like a vast amount of flavors. Like I would kill to try a bunch of the flavors that are just like in the US.
We got
In
a
the
lot of flavors of
UK,
Oreos here.
Oh, we got a ton of flavors
yes.
of Oreos
Yeah,
Okay.
here.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Can
they're
you
all
tell Jess is
seasonal,
not an
too.
Oreo fan?
I look.
They're all seasonal too.
I think I have an Oreo, God, maybe once a year. And
Yeah.
there's some people that are like, can't just have one Oreo. They have to have like 10 Oreos.
Me? I can't have them in my house. I eat the package in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Like,
And
can't do
I
it.
am a person that it doesn't call to me. It's not my thing. So I can easily just have
Mhm.
like one Oreo and be good for a long
Yeah.
time. I think the last time I was like truly in love with Oreos was when they released it was the flip of it. It was vanilla cookies with like a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
chocolate
Mhm.
on the innards. And I
See,
let
we
my
would
feral
never
for
even
those.
see nothing like that.
But I
in
think
the
I was a
UK.
teenager or early 20s when that came out. I think it was a
They still
teenager.
have those.
They still have those, yeah. But when
Yeah,
that
yeah.
came out, it was like
Yeah,
I
oh, yeah,
was
totally.
addicted.
Yeah.
Like in the UK, like regular supermarkets, you probably have like the regular Oreo, the double stuffing. You
Double
have
stuffed,
like
yeah.
the blonde ones, which are like the vanilla biscuit instead of like the chocolate vanilla or the
Yes.
chocolate biscuit. So
Yeah.
you have those. You have like a cafe latte one, and that's pretty much it.
A
That's
cafe
pretty much
latte.
it.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you
Okay.
go.
I feel
But that
really
was
out of
my
the loop on
random
Oreo
thing. That was
stuff.
honestly try and like I wasn't gonna get them just because they were BTS ones, because like I don't. But I was really intrigued by the flavor because I really, really like those Korean pancakes. They're so good.
Yeah.
They
Sounds
don't
like a good
necessarily
idea.
taste exactly like one, but they are pretty good. They are
Mm.
pretty good. So that was my random thing.
Nice.
Should we get into
There's
this
like
episode?
45, there's like 30, 40, I think it's like 30 Oreo flavors.
Oh my god! See, yeah,
And they're
no,
all
we don't get
seasonal.
that
Like
over
some
here.
are Christmas, some are Easter,
Okay.
some
Yeah.
are summer.
You know what
Like
it
the
is?
Christmas ones are like peppermint or like spearmint or
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that makes
nothing
sense.
like that. No.
Yeah, I never go down the cookie aisle.
the birthday cake Oreo. I love the birthday cake
Birthday
Oreo.
cake.
I
Oh
so
my
wish I could
goodness.
try those. No, we don't get.
We should
nothing
just
we
go
like
to the
that.
store and buy a ton of them and send them to Liliana.
We should.
Just like
They have
a packet
they
of
have
Oreos here.
churro
Have 'em.
Oreos.
They have churro Oreos? Are you joking?
Yeah, they do.
Are you kidding? Oh
yeah,
my
I mean, they have like
gosh.
every flavor you could probably think of.
Wow.
See, look, I'm gonna be discovered here. Do you know what's one of my favorite things to watch, like video wise? It's
No,
just
no.
like Americans going to like do their shopping in like Costco and places like that, or even just
Really?
like Walmart.
Yeah.
If I was to go to the States, look, well, my priority would be like to see you guys and see like the people that are, the friends that I've made. But
I would take you
secondly,
to Costco. I would
We can
take
go to
you
Costco.
places.
look,
Yeah.
look, I just want to
Like,
go to
one of
Walmart
my
and
favorite
Costco
things-
and
yeah.
Trader Joe's.
One of
I just
my
want to go to the
favorite things
supermarket.
is watching people like foreigners go to these stores or go to these
Yeah.
restaurants and try
I
things.
agree.
That is one of my favorite content. Like
Yeah.
the World
See?
Cup videos, that was my bread and butter for the last 2
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. See, don't give me, don't take me, to all of these places, historical
nice
places.
fancy-
No.
Don't take you to the
No.
tourist traps. Take you to Costco.
No, just
The
take me to
Costco
Costco.
is not a tourist trap though. Like Costco
I know.
is like
That's
just
what I'm saying.
bulk
Don't
buying.
take her to the tourist trap. Just go to Costco and Walmart.
I love Costco. And honestly, every time I go, it's special. Like to go to Costco.
Mhm.
I love,
Right?
I
like,
never
I will
go
sit
except with
there.
my mom.
Do you know?
Yeah,
do you know,
same.
this is Do you know, I just sit there and I will watch like Americans going to Costco to do their hauls. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I love
Yeah.
this. I love
love it
watching
It's
too.
like
this. I kid
IKEA.
you
No one
not.
goes to IKEA to buy the
IKEA.
furniture. They go there to eat the meatballs.
To watch, exactly.
Every time I
Like,
go to IKEA, it's literally like going to like Disney. There's so much to
Right.
see. There's so
Exactly.
much to like
For
touch
sure.
and feel.
guys,
Yeah.
That's the only good thing about moving in a week. I get to go to IKEA.
oh my God, so much fun. Guys, I think we've all given our age away. Let's put it that way. We're clearly very much all millennials. You know? Shopping and whatnot. Oh, right. Should we do this?
And proud
Should
of
we
it.
get into this
Yeah.
episode? Yeah, proud of
Let's
it.
do it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about like arguably one of the best things that comes out of C-Drama land, which is historical dramas. Like,
Yes.
arguably, I will put my hands in fire saying, you know, this is what comes out of C-Drama land, historical dramas that are really, really, really good. My mind, I just thought about something else that I wanted to try, can't find in the UK at all, but remind me to message you
Okay,
guys.
circle back on that. Circle back.
Yeah, I will forget. I probably will forget, but there we go. So the way that we're going to be doing this is we all have chosen 5 dramas,
Mhm.
and we all have different tastes here. So you should be able to pick up on something that you personally will like, because we all know Caitlin is geared way more towards crime shows. Jess will give you all the angst in the world.
Yes, I was gonna say, I was like,
just
I don't know if I
sit-
have a through line, but I definitely love angst. So
and I just sit somewhere in the middle. So, you know, you will definitely be able to find a recommendation, you know, in this episode if you're just starting off as a, you know, beginner coming into Chinese dramas. But if you're not a beginner, you might still find dramas that you haven't watched before that
Mhm.
we will be talking about. Now, if you want to, before you start this drama, we have just said historicals in general. That may include xianxas, that may include, you know, wuxias. It's just historicals in general. If you want a
Oh
more
my God.
in-depth,
Wait, we could include Shanches in this? We
Yeah,
just
said
I
need to
didn't do
figure out
anything.
pieces
I
later.
just did historicals.
I just did
I
historicals,
just
no
did
magic.
straight up historicals.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
didn't
no,
even
no,
do
I
wuxia.
just did. No, I just did straight up historicals too. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't do any Xianxies. I
I didn't either.
was even
No.
questioning the Wuxias, so I
No,
don't
no,
really
I
have
just
that.
did
same.
straight up historicals. So that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. But what I meant to say by
Scared the
that
shit out
like
of me.
line of thought was that if you want to get a more in-depth of what these genres actually are, please like click
Got
back
it.
to a couple of episodes, and episode 177, which is a beginner's guide to C-drama genres, which is a drama trio episode, has
Mhm.
all of the information. So it tells you what a xianxia is, what a like all the subgenres within historical dramas. So listen to that before this, or listen to this and then go back and listen to that one, but it will sort of help you kind of, you know, delve into the genres that, you know, well, we've cleared up that are not going to come up in this episode, but, you know, but
Oh.
it is a really, really good starting block if you want to know more about historical. So treat that as like the intro point, and then this as like the rec episode.
Mhm.
I think that will work really, really well. So the order that we're going in, I'm going to go first, Caitlin's going to go second, and then Jess is going to go last, which is Jess very
Yay.
excited because she never
I
gets to
am.
go last.
No, you always put me first.
I do.
Or
we do
second.
always tend to put Jess first. So yeah. So for my first choice, I thought I'd go in pretty strong with this one
Oh,
because
okay.
I feel like this one is fairly well known. A lot of people have watched it, and that is The Prisoner of Beauty. So that's what I'm going to go in with. So this is a 2025 drama. It's arguably the drama that brought the whole C-drama community together last year. I think it was around about May time that it came out, and it stars Song Ju-ar and Lu Yuning as our main couple. Now, this is a true enemies to lovers in my very humble opinion, because these two hate each other. These two are not going to play ball, but they do get dragged into an arranged marriage. Now, why do I think this is very beginner friendly? Not only does it show you what C dramas can do, because it is stunning, like the costuming, the sets, all of that aspect to it, the OST, all of those aspects really, really shine through. But the story itself is quite easy to follow. There's not like huge politic points that you need to like keep up. There's not, the cast isn't huge in the grand scheme of a historical Chinese drama. It's not that big. So you'll be able to easily recognize characters and you'll be able to follow the story along. And arguably it is a really, really good drama. So, you know, I reviewed it on Tea and Soju, and
Starting
I'm so
really
glad I
strong
did.
here.
Yes, I was like, I'm gonna go in strong,
Yep.
and then like I
This
have
is
a
one of the
couple of
best
other
dramas
choices.
in the last 6
Yes.
years. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
I would agree. I would agree. So yeah, and to think we almost did not see it. We almost
Right.
did not see
Right.
this drama. Is like, gosh, I'm so glad we did, because, you know, and not a lot of people gave, the thing is, this was kind of a dark horse initially, because not a lot of people gave it much thought. Song Zu-ar at that point wasn't really a big female lead.
She's not a trending star.
Yuning,
Yeah.
yes. Lu Yuning was a rising star, but he's not. Now he is, but back then I don't think
No.
he was
And people love
He
to
gets a
still...
lot of flack for being historical dramas.
Oh my god, he does. He does.
He does,
He
yeah.
does.
He really does.
Even though
People
I don't
keep saying he's
understand that
ugly.
at all. Right.
He is not. The man, I don't think he's ugly at all, but, you know, whatever.
I don't see that.
Also, he sings some of the best OSTs
Oh my
ever.
God, Voice of an Angel. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know. So that's my first go-to is The Prisoner of Beauty. Highly recommend. And also, it is so easily accessible because it's on Netflix, it's on Viki. So it's not like you need to go looking for, you know, WeTV subscriptions and whatnot.
Right.
You can start
some more
on a
obscure
place.
streaming platforms
Exactly.
here in the West. It's like
Exactly.
you can find it.
Yeah. So that's my first choice.
Okay, I agree with that
Caitlin.
one. That was on my short list, so thanks for
Oh, there we
eliminating
go.
a very valid
off
It was,
your-
on my, it was on my list too. Okay, I
Uh,
want to just preface this with saying, one, we
Lord.
know that I am very behind on my C dramas in general. I have a long plan to watch list. But trying to make this list, I don't know how easy this was for you guys. This was
It's a difficult.
easy and hard because on
Okay.
one hand, I had a very short list to choose from because it basically pulled the blindfold out of my off my eyes and made me realize I haven't watched a lot of historical C dramas. What I have watched a lot of is Republican era C dramas, which I did not realize.
that
Yo,
doesn't shock me. That doesn't shock me at all.
So needless to say, I had a lot more options to choose from if you had done a Republican era drama episode.
I would have not had many choices for
I
that because
know,
I haven't
I know.
watched that
Which
many.
tells-
does Maid's
which
Revenge
tells
count?
me I should maybe, yeah, of course, it's Republican era. Anyway, which tells me I should probably do that because clearly I have options in that category.
True,
But anyway,
true.
I still made a list. It was easy and hard at the same time. I also tried to choose stuff that I knew were not going to be on your guys' list.
Oh,
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah. Okay, so the first one I went with is called Ancient Detective.
Oh,
And
okay.
you can watch this. It's a Yoku drama, but you can watch this. I think you can watch it on Viki. I know when I watched it, it was on Viki, but that was like 6 years ago. So maybe not. It's kind of like one of those where it has no traffic stars. It kind of flew under the radar, but the people who did watch it loved it type situation, and was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a dark horse when it aired. It also aired in 2020, so that might have been a thing where it was like the pandemic going on.
Yeah.
But it is like your classic ancient detective guy who has no fighting skill but is like super smart, and then he
Mm.
teams up with a bunch of fighting people who protect him the entire time, and it's like a bromance situation on like with a little romance, and then you have this squishy marshmallow detective person who is sickly and like is weak and but is very smart. So very classic tropey type of situation. But um I loved it because it had very nice cases. You liked the characters, you cared about the characters. It's short, it's only like 24 episodes.
Mhm.
So yeah, it stars Tim Yu, who again, none of these are really traffic stars. Wang Ming Yang, Miranda Ma, you might recognize. So yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I have not watched this one. So,
I haven't
it's good.
either, but
It's good.
I'm
It's fun.
real slow to watch crime dramas in
mm,
Yeah.
general.
yeah, yeah.
I get to them, but it's like, oh, 5 years later.
I take your
finally
time. Yeah,
watch
yeah,
It's
it.
one
yeah.
of those
Yeah,
where
same.
like I wish they made a second season, but they're never gonna get one because no one
There's no
like
demand.
it was popular, but like it's not in demand at the same time.
Yeah, not in demand. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so here's the end of round one. I am going to go with something that is a little bit contentious because we did review it on Tea and Soju as the drama trio. And it is a little older, but that's my MO anyway, is, I'm going to give you something that might challenge you and is not current at all. It is The Princess Wei Young from
Oh my
2016.
god.
Nice.
It is challenging in that it is not less than 40 episodes. It is 54 episodes and it aired in 2016. Some of the tags on this in my drama list are hidden identity, power struggle, smart female lead, sibling rivalry, revenge, nice male lead, melodrama, first love, fake identity, and royalty. This is one of my favorite historical Chinese dramas. It's among the first 5 or so that I watched, and I found this
Mhm.
really accessible. Even on rewatch, I was like, oh yeah, this is really sort of easy to understand. And it almost opened up further for me. I feel on rewatch where I got it better on rewatch, but the first time watching it was really successful. This is a kind-hearted princess who becomes an orphan. Her kingdom and royal family is like obliterated in one fell swoop, and she goes to the neighboring kingdom who she thinks is at fault, that they have murdered her family and done her this horrible wrong. And so she assumes another identity, this Princess Wei Yong, and tries to exact revenge. But love gets in the way, and it takes a while for all of these strings to get tied up at the end of the show. But it's really satisfying, I feel. And I think that Liliana didn't quite feel as much satisfaction as me or Caitlin did, but I love this one. I think it's got really, I don't want to say traffic stars, but very mature stars. You have Tiffany Tang and you have Luo Jin playing the 2 main roles. And I remember the show vividly. Van Ness Wu as well. This, villain / second male lead.
Yeah.
Really great performances throughout. And again, very lush costuming and sort of era that they set this in. So I enjoy this one immensely still, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, we have reviewed this one. I liked it. I did. I don't know.
No, you didn't hate it. I just want to
I didn't
be
hate
clear,
it.
but
I
yeah.
didn't hate it. No, no,
No.
no. I had problems with it. I definitely had problems with it, but you know, it is supposed to be one, let's use the word a classic and whatnot in C-drama land. And the cast is really good. Vanessa Wu, look, I I
Oh.
loved Vanessa Wu. I loved Vanessa Wu. He's probably my favorite, in it. So yeah, no, like it. I liked it. I liked it.
Maybe on
Yeah.
rewatch you like it more. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm not gonna lie. I vividly remember the ending of it, and I
Yeah.
remember thinking, good that that's how it's ending. So that should tell you, without me spoiling, that should tell you why. You know. So yeah.
All right, back to you,
Right.
Liliana. Second
Back
round.
to me. Back to me. What am I gonna go with? Am I gonna throw my Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw one out there which is not as well known. And it's a 2021 historical. And I'm throwing this a bit out of left field with a couple of caveats. So the drama name is Marvelous Women, and it's a
Yep.
2021 drama. And the reason why this is a little bit out of left field is because this is a Qing dynasty. Now that means they have like the half
Yep.
shaved heads. So I know this is not going to be for everybody.
You're gonna immediately alienate some people by saying, "Oh, it's
I
the one where
know.
the guys have like a half bald head and the
I
long
know,
braid."
I know. But the drama is really good. And also, it is only 35 episodes. So that is a reasonable length for people coming in. It's not like, 60, 70 episode plus, which I think can be really, really intimidating for
Daunting, yeah.
for a beginner. Um, the story itself is also really, really interesting. It's a really mature cast. It's an older cast. So it stars Jiang Qingqing, Zhang Huayan, Yang Rong. And from that alone, you can tell it's like a female-led cast.
Mhm.
And the story is based around this matriarch of a family who their business is embroidery. And that alone, like you get to see some beautiful embroidery throughout the whole story. But she was married into this family and she's a matriarch. Now, the main couple, there's no love there. There's respect, but there's really no love. And there is a concubine who the love is there. So that story is quite interesting, but there's no major like political background. It is more family,
Mm.
politics. And that's the reason I kind of chose this one because it is really well done. It's also very female forward. And I like that in a drama. So I wanted to give that option here. In something that is a little bit more serious, but could be a really, really good bridge between, I don't know, a 60 episode straight up political drama and, a shorter fluff piece. So this could be like, that sort of bridge. So, yes, the looks are not going to be for everybody, but the fact of the matter is, this is not the men's story, anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. It's the female story. It's their story of like their business, their embroidery business, their relationships, and how they should be helping each other rather than poisoning each other because of these men that are quite frankly useless. So the story is that kind of
Nice.
story. I really, really liked it. I feel like it's one of those hidden gems that not a lot of people have watched. So that's why I think it is beginner friendly enough if you are wanting, with the caveat, if you are wanting something a little bit more on the serious side,
Mhm.
if you don't really vibe with, the fluff pieces or the dramas that are more, I don't know, easier to watch or whatever it may be. This is a little bit more serious. And also, it's a Qing dynasty. It's not going to be for everybody. But because it is only 35 episodes, it's kind of like great to sort of dip your toes into
Mhm.
that era
Mhm.
and that dynasty. So yeah, so that's why this is like my, what's the word I'm looking for? My wild card pick.
Oh, okay.
I would say this is my wild card pick. So Marvelous Woman from 2021.
Nice.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Do I go with one which I'm sure is on your guys' list, or do I go with one that's probably not on your list?
I don't know.
I can't
If
help
you take
you.
something that you think one of us is gonna say, then we have to like dig deeper. So either way, like
Right.
you're gonna get something that's a little more niche at the end of the day from one of us because you took
Yeah,
something.
I have
Okay, I'm gonna
options,
go.
so
Yeah, I also have options. I'll go with one that I'm probably is probably on your list, and that of course is the double.
The double.
that is not on my
Um,
list, believe it or not.
It's on my long
um,
list. Talk to us about the
So
double.
list.
so I'm sure a lot of people know about this. It was one of the most popular dramas as it was airing in 2024. If you somehow are not are like new to C-dramas or just have not watched this one yet, this is one of those where if you like revenge stories, you'll like it type of situation. It stars Wang Xinyu and Wang Jinyan. They're like the main people. And it's essentially a female-driven revenge story. She literally loses everything in like a single night and comes back as a
Her
different
husband
identity
murders her.
to yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying not to
But
reveal
that's
that, but
episode
whatever.
1. I don't think that's
Okay, whatever.
too deep. Yeah.
But basically, yeah, her husband murders her. She somehow survives that and then obviously wants to exact revenge. So she takes up a different identity and wreaks havoc on everybody, including the new identity's family, because they are horrible to her.
Yeah.
It is very light on the romance, but in my opinion, you don't need that because the whole story is the revenge and the satisfying revenge for that matter.
Also,
You
not to
still have
diminish
like
the romance because
right.
it's there.
Like it's
It's like
there.
there's
It's
Yeah, it's
there. It's
there.
just not front and center as like what people might want. It is there, and they do have amazing chemistry. So I would recommend this one because
the
the
double.
reason why I think this is like beginner friendly is like it's very easy to follow. There's not many
Mhm.
like people. She's not going like and trying to take down an entire kingdom. So there's certain people she's trying to get revenge on, and you know who those people are. And there's not a lot of politicking beyond the revenge part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also the villains don't have a lot of pawns they're trying to use either. So you know everybody who's in this chessboard, and you can follow along with the story. And because it's such a satisfying revenge, you get that satisfying ending, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I really liked the double.
Yeah, the
The
double's excellent.
chemistry is great.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it's her story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
And it felt satisfying. Like I was satisfied at the end, which can often not be the case.
Right.
But yeah. On to you, Jess.
Okay.
What's
On to
your
me for my second
pick?
pick. I'm gonna go really light here. Really, really light. I'm gonna go The Romance of Tiger and Rose from 2020.
Ooh, I almost put that on my list.
Because this one's really simple to
Yeah.
understand. It's only 24 episodes long. It has some familiar faces in it who have gone on to very fruitful careers. It's Zhao Lucy and Ding Yuxi as the main
Mhm.
roles. This is an isekai story where she kind of gets sucked into her own script and she has to basically survive and make sure that she survives her own machinations because she's not the lead of the story, I believe. And I think it's a lot of fun. I think the world is a matriarchy. So she writes this historical matriarchy, which she then falls headlong into. Some of the tags on this are gender role reversal, because as I said, this is a matriarchal society that she gets sucked into. Gender politics, male chases female first, parody, cross worlds traveler, matriarchy, change of fate, character development, love-hate relationship, possessive male lead. This story is quite funny as well. There's a lot of comedy in it, and it's easy to understand. There's nothing gonna break your brain in this. It is fun.
Yeah, it is. I really liked this one. I actually rewatched it to review it on the podcast, I think about a year ago or so, and I had a lot of fun. It is very, very easy watching, but it
Yeah.
also shows you just how great at comedy timing Zalushi is, because
Yes.
this type of character on a lot of female actresses could almost like sound be silly and not translate as well, but her comedy timing is just so good that you laugh with her along the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. It's a lot of fun. It's
I
very,
think
very easy watching, very easy watching. 24 episodes, so
yeah, super
it's
short.
it's a really, really nice binge. And also it's the fact that she gets dropped into this world and she's supposed to die within a couple
Yeah.
of chapters. So that alone is just very fun
hmm
to kind of go with.
A note
So
on
I agree.
comedy.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people in general place a lot of emphasis and importance on dramatic scenes, crying scenes and stuff. They're like, "Oh my
Hmm.
god, what a great actor, what a great actress." I think it's harder to make somebody laugh.
I agree. I agree.
I think it's way more
Hmm.
difficult to nail comedy. So
Hmm.
Zalushi is one of those that came up kind of doing some lighter bits and comedy, and now she's doing very deep
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
dramatic characters in her filmography. And people that can do comedy, strangely enough, can have such a deep well of emotion usually and can cross over easily into drama. And I don't think the
Yeah.
same can be said for people that just make their career based on dramatic pieces. They can't do
Hmm.
comedy.
True. True. They
Yeah.
don't have that range to go there.
Tough. Tough out there.
So,
All right, you're up. Third pick, Liliana.
right. So, to carry on with that very light, easy breezy watching, I'm going to go with a 2026 drama, and that's How Dare You. Now, this is a Chong Lei and Wang Churan drama, and everybody was very, very excited because it was Chong Lei is very well known for playing these very moody characters, and
Yes.
in this specific drama, that's not the case. He has to act like he's that way,
Hmm.
when in fact he's actually very funny and very laid back. So it's a lot of fun. This is also, again, one of those isekai kind of stories where the female lead falls into the novel and she's only basically read a couple of chapters, but she falls into the novel as the evil concubine. So that alone is very, very fun. I loved the found family, and I love the fact that you get to see that in this show. It's very funny. It's very, very funny. Both of
Yeah.
these actors did so incredibly well in like that timing and
hmm
that comedy aspect of it, but they still carried the emotion that was necessary for the drama as well, because there are heavier scenes that they have to kind of hold up on. The story is pretty easy to follow, although there is a more serious vibe in the second half. It is still really, really easy to kind of follow along with the story itself. The costuming is incredible. It truly is stunning costuming, to the likes of like Till the End of the Moon kind of costuming, I would say, especially for the female lead. So I find this really, really easy. 32 episodes as well. It is one of those where you can only watch it on iQIYI, so that is probably a little bit more annoying that it's locked into iQIYI. But still, it's one that is definitely worth watching. And the story kind of goes places that you're not expecting it to go. And things start to get revealed that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So that would be, my choice. How Dare You from 2026.
Excited to watch
So yeah.
this.
I
Yeah.
think you'll love it. It's very fun. It's
Yeah.
very, very fun. So yeah. What about you, Caitlin? What's your
Okay.
third pick?
Clearly, I was watching a lot of historical dramas in 2020 because I think like three of them. So one of the I don't know why I like this one so much, but for some reason I love this romantic historical drama. It's called General's Lady.
Oh, I love this
And
drama. Yeah.
right? It stars Tong Min and Wu Shize. They're like the main two people. And if you are a lover of arranged marriage, this is an arranged marriage situation. He's a
Mm-hmm.
general living in like the outskirts of border town military camp, and she is arranged to marry him by the uh emperor. And she's like, her family doesn't like her because she's like the daughter of a concubine and her mom is not liked in the family, so she's basically like pushed out into this marriage. And so she has to navigate a marriage with a person who has a very dark reputation, and also going and living in this place that's very unknown to her and trying to find her place within the household.
This sounds like
And
something
then
I would love.
oh yeah, yeah. So it's like basically love after marriage type situation. I
Yeah.
don't know why I like this so much, but I do. Like, because it's not like a very high budget drama. It's not like
No.
there's like, you may know some people in it, but it's not like traffic stars or anything like that. But and I think some people might find the female lead a little annoying at the start of it because she is very loud and like kind of comes off as dumb at the beginning
Okay,
because she
one of the
really
tags
doesn't
is
know what she's doing.
one of the tags on this is clingy female lead. Clingy
Yeah.
female lead. So
Yes.
Mhm,
that's a
mhm.
tip off.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, though, she grows on you because she
She
kind of
does.
like, she may not know what she's doing, but to figure out a situation, she will go head on into it and figure it out as she goes. And once she knows how to do something and once how she like has a solution, she's actually a pretty smart female lead. It's just she has to get there.
Mhm.
And then of course the male lead's like the typical cold male lead that is actually not that cold. And it's, yeah, I don't know. There was just something about this story that I thought was very heartwarming. And it's kind of one of those there, like, if you like this type of drama, you will have many other C dramas that you will also like because there's many that have this setup type situation,
Mm-hmm.
both high budget and low budget. So I
Right.
always tend to recommend this one for beginners because it's a very low bar to introduce to people because it's not that complicated.
Mm-hmm.
True. True. True.
All right.
I did like it. I watched it a while back and I did enjoy this one. So yeah.
Generals
What
Lady
about you?
2020. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's back around to me for the
Back
third
to
pick.
you.
I'm gonna go back, gonna course correct here and go back to angsty. And I'm also gonna push people up a deep end, basically. With this pick. I'm gonna go with people don't talk about the show. The King's Woman from 2017.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't watched it, but I do know it. I haven't
Oh,
watched it,
man.
but I do know it.
Okay, so this is
It has a reputation.
does it
Oh,
really?
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it
too
does.
connected. Does it? All right. Good. You should be scared. So I want to introduce people to, the depths of despair and morally gray characters in C-Drama land. And this is a great intro. It stars Dilraba Dilmurat and Vin Zhang in the main roles. This is a very, it's a difficult, it's going to challenge you. You're going to be like, oh my God, I love this guy 1 second. And then you're gonna be like, oh my God, he's actually like the worst in the next second. And you're going to fall where you fall. But I think that the red flag nature of this character of the male lead, really, you need to be introduced to this at some point because you either love it or you hate it. Having a just looking at these tags, these are crazy. Possessive male lead, harem, male chases female first, love triangle, Chin dynasty, love/hate relationship, which is what I was just describing. Pregnancy, aggressive male lead, tearjerker, and Chin Shi Huang. Those are the tags on this thing. She basically gets, I don't want to say recruited, but she is so beautiful that she becomes one of his concubines. He wants to marry her. And this is the Chin
She's basically
Emperor.
bride napped. She's
She's
bride napped in a way.
essentially. And like she has to work it out in some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. What does that mean to her? How does she even like this guy and stuff like that? And it's full of tragedy. It's full of like, this guy definitely loves her, but it's like not a good kind of love. It's just so toxic is
It's
the
obsession.
term.
It's obsession.
Obsession, it's possession,
Yeah.
it's control. And I think you need to watch something like this at some point. You know, not that you have
Right.
to only watch
Just
this type
really-
of show, but like it's
Just-
gonna challenge you. It's definitely challenging, and it's very entertaining.
Mhm.
The ending is
costumed, like beautiful
beautiful.
costumes.
Oh my god, beautiful costuming, beautiful set pieces, and this is the same emperor that they are. This Qin emperor is the first emperor of China. This is the
Mhm.
emperor that, you know, united China, all of these factions and different kingdoms. Like he's the one that conquered them and put them under one banner. And he's, I believe, the same emperor that is buried with the Terracotta Army. So a very divisive, interesting character figure in history. And this is like a fictionalized account of his life and love. Anyway.
Yeah, Jess really be wanting you to jump off that
I
mountain.
said,
It's not even off
I'm
the
gonna
cliff,
push you
it's
in the
off a
deep end.
mountain.
Literally no floaties, just like sink or swim. So that's what this pick is.
Right, let me put it this way. So for my fourth pick, I'm going to give you the softer version of this, right?
Yeah.
So if you like what I'm about to go with, then jump into Jess's.
Oh wow, okay.
Say.
Levels.
So the one that I'm going with is Story of Kooning Palace, which is a 2023 drama. And I would say you still get an obsessive male lead, a very petty male lead, and I'm here for it. Very red flag. But I don't think it's nowhere near the extent of The King's Woman. So
it's actually quite easy
like
to love this male lead. I think
this
way
is
easier.
A soft entrance. A softer entrance. I'm giving you a baby cliff to kind of leap over rather than, jumping headfirst type of situation. So if you don't know, this is a 2023 Chinese drama. It is starring Bai Lu and Zhang Linghe. It also stars Wang Xingyu and Zhu Junwei, and a bunch of other people. But Bai Lu and Zhang Linghe are really the forefront characters of this show, and it follows our female lead who basically has clawed her way to become an empress. And lo and behold, she gets killed and she wakes back up again when she was, I think, 16 and 16 or 18. And she basically has to go through her story again, but now with the knowledge of where she ended up and changing things so that she has a better future. So, and then we obviously have our male lead who is obsessed with her in every kind of way. He's very red flag, very clingy. He is the type of male lead who will be like, you're either with me or you're with me. There's no other choice. So this kind of gives you a really, really good intro into red flag male leads and, perhaps a relationship that's a little bit more toxic, I would say. So yeah. So that is my pick. I loved this. I think the chemistry between Zhang Linghe and Bai Lu was great. The fact that Zhang Linghe, I mean, a lot of people will know Zhang Linghe from Pursuit of Jade, from this very polished look from Pursuit of Jade. He is unhinged in this. Like his facial expressions, he's unhinged. And arguably, a lot of people will tell you that this is the better role because his character has a lot more meat to it.
It's juicier, it is.
So, yeah. So, I would say, yes, I loved Pursuit of Jade, but I would say arguably this is the better role for him. He gets to show you a very different side of him. So, I would say if you watched Pursuit of Jade and you loved it and you want to see Zhang Linghe in a very different light, then Story of Kooning Palace is a really, really, really great drama. And right after you finish Story of Crooning Palace, don't forget to press play on the As You Wish Story of Crooning Palace, which is a little 6 episode variety show that the cast got together and they got to play games together. It's hilarious because you get to see them, hang out, and you get to see how much of a nerd Zhang Linghe is, how much of a wimp Bailu is. And you have Wang Xingyu kind of going backwards and forwards with Zhang Linghe. It's a lot of fun. So you get to, have that added onto the experience. So that is, Story of Crooning Palace. That's my
This was also on my
fourth
list.
pick.
I went with the more
Love this
severe pick.
Yes. So try this first and then go to Kingswoman, I would say.
Yeah. I'm not sitting here and saying I'm pushing you off the deep end for nothing. Like, it's literally
Yeah, but people
like
might
dropping
think,
you off in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. If you think
Yep.
we're exaggerating, we're not. We're not.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Caitlin,
back to you for your fourth pick.
All right, I'm sticking with Zhang Linghe, but I'm going really early on. Really,
she's going.
Really
I know exactly where
career.
she's going. Yeah, yeah.
And I got Maiden Homes. That is what
I knew.
what I'm
That's
recommending.
why I didn't put this on mine, because I was like, Caitlin will absolutely put this in.
So this is Zhang Linghe's debut drama. He looks very young in this. And this is ironically, this is also a 2020 drama. I think all of my picks except for one have been a 2020 drama. But essentially, as the title is, Maiden Homes. So it's literally a female constable who is investigating all this stuff. She is played by Sabrina Chen. I actually like her as an actress. She is known more of like a supporting roles. Here and there she'll get some lead roles, but she's really known for her supporting roles. And then you have Zhang Linghe. He is the prince that kind of helps her out. And then you have his bodyguard, her servant, and they all kind of get together as a group and investigate these crimes that are going on, and then trying to investigate an overarching crime that is happening. And then, of course, Zhang Linghe and Sabrina Chen's characters have a little romance, and then you might have another romance with some supporting characters. Yeah. This one is, again, kind of like an introduction, very light to the historical crime, historical investigation tropes that you will get in other historical crime dramas. Like poisoning and sword fights and drugging.
I just didn't mean to laugh at like poisoning.
I will say, go in with an open mind. Zhang Linghe looks way more of a regular person in this drama. He looks like, he's just your average Joe.
Yes.
Being in C-Drama Land has certainly changed him, and obviously he's grown.
The wig is not the best in this one. The wig is not the best.
The wig isn't working. No. I mean, if you just go on my drama list, and Jess, you should go and check out the the wig is not his friend.
For Maiden Homes, I've seen clips of it, and I'm like, ooh, that's rough.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's rough. His wig is rough. His wig is really rough.
There's no strut slants.
It's just I mean, it's all forehead. I think it just starts too far back, perhaps.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't do him any favors. Oh my god.
No. I mean, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as Bailu in Lucky's First Love. That still remains as the worst wig ever.
And you get used to it the more you watch it. It's very early on. You're like, oh my god, that's horrible.
I mean, especially if you're coming from Pursuit of Jade, where he looks ridiculously good, and then you click play on Maiden Homes. Yeah, that is his best look. And then you click play on Maiden Homes, and you're like, ooh. That's a choice.
But again, this is a very digestible historical crime drama. You have some great banter between the leads and even the second characters with the leads, and like good bromance. Like, there's a lot of good things about this one, even if the actors look really young and the wig is not the best.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
Back to you, Jess, for your
All right, I'm
fourth
coming
pick.
back up for air. I'm gonna go with something a little lighter, but it's gonna introduce, I think, a lot of people to the wuxia genre. This is like wuxia light, I would say. It is Who Rules the World from 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a little yang yang in this. This is a yang yang drama, and Zhao Lucy as well. She's the other lead in this show. Very accessible to find this: Netflix, WeTV, Tencent, iFlix. And yeah, this is an opposites attract story. They both have hidden identities. They're both like hidden royals, but they're in and out of the wuxia world, kind of dealing with political unrest, betrayal, infighting, and it ends very satisfactory. I would say it's a happy ending. The tags on this are hidden identity, adapted from a novel, royalty, slow burn romance, martial arts, smart female lead, political, healthy mains' relationship. What the hell kind of tag is that? Prince male lead, and war. So if you like to see a couple that are sort of a power couple kicking ass together, this is really easy to understand. Like, I think we've been saying this is, as Caitlin just said, digestible. So
Yeah.
Who Rules the World?
I haven't watched this one yet, so no
it's good.
comment from me on this
It's one
yeah.
of the better yang dramas, I would say.
Right. So back to me for my last pick.
Ooh.
Now, I need you to sit with me for a bit
Oh
because I
no.
feel
Is
like
this a walk
no,
with
no, no,
me?
no. No, I don't think it's that bad. So
Okay.
the reason why I picked this drama is because I truly feel like, although this is not necessarily a straightforward beginner friendly drama, it is a really, really, really good dip your toes to see if you're going to like political dramas. And that is Joy of Life.
Okay.
Now, Joy of Life is a 2019 C-drama. And it stars Zhang Ruiyun, Li Qin, Chen Doming, and Wu Gang. Li Qin truly is, I don't think personally she's a main role, but we leave that to the side. The story revolves around Zhang Yun's character, who is supposedly from a noble family, but he was moved out into the countryside and he's been living with family there, and he gets dragged back to the capital. And the story kind of unfolds from there. Now, the thing with Joy of Life is I cannot tell you a lot about it without ruining it. And that is, the sort of problem. However, the interesting fact about this is, and I'll just read literally the first sort of line from my drama list. Fan Xian, who is played by Zhong Ruyun, born in the Southern Qing Empire with memories of the 21st century, is the illegitimate son of the Minister of Finance. So he has memories from the 21st century, and there's a whole plot line behind that. Now, this is politics. This drama heavily is politics. However, because it's so well done with comedy, there's lots of comedy breaks, and the comedy is good. I think it makes it digestible to a beginner watcher, but you are going to have to pay attention to it. It isn't one of those dramas where you can sort of not have your brain fully engaged in it. You are going to have to pay full attention to it. But because it has a lot of comedy in it as well, I feel like it's perfect for people to kind of dip their toes in and see whether a politics heavy drama is something that they would enjoy. Um, I loved it. The acting is phenomenal. The writing is really good. And there is a second season. Luckily, I was not one of the people who had to wait 5 years for season two, because season one ends on a pretty big cliffhanger. And then people were stuck waiting for season two. Season two does not end on such a big cliffhanger. So it's not that big of a deal that season three is not out yet. There will be a final season three. And when I tell you there is plenty of story for those separate seasons, there is plenty of story for those separate seasons. So it very much revolves around him, around the emperor, and around a minister that is, taking care of this kind of police force, undercover police force of sorts. It is a very, very interesting story. And yeah, you're going to have to go in, like I said, with a very, very switched on brain, but I highly recommend it to the point where, like, I've been thinking, I almost, because I never reviewed it on the podcast, but I almost want to like rewatch it so I can review it, because I feel like it needs to be talked about more. So yeah, and also it's not necessarily it's 46 episodes, so it's not too long. It's a little bit longer, but not too long. And it's available on Prime Video, Viki, and WeTV, so a couple of places. And it's also available on YouTube, which is way more accessible to a lot of people. So, yeah, if you want to see a little bit more of a mature cast and dip your toes into politics, although this is politics forward for sure, but with that comedy aspect, that's why this is, my fifth pick, Joy of Life. Yeah.
I have not seen
Caitlin.
that one yet. I'm waiting for
You
season
would
3 to come
love
out.
Joy of Life. You would
I know.
love Joy of
I
Life.
know.
It's right
The
up
minute
your
I heard there
alley.
was going to be more seasons, I'm like, I'm just going to wait. Especially with the length of time between season 1 and season 2. But I
The
know
thing is,
that
that
I
was
would
because
love
of
it.
pandemic. Yeah, that was because of the
Right,
pandemic.
for sure.
And then, because they were going to start production on season 2, but the
Mhm.
pandemic hit, so they couldn't. And then
Right.
basically, it was incredibly hard to get the cast back
Right.
together, to the point where one of the cast members is Shaozan, and the cliffhanger pertains to him specifically. And then you open up season 2, and it's a different actor because they couldn't get Shaozan to come back. But it works.
Right.
Honestly, it works. Like, you know instinctively who the character is because of what he's wearing, etc. So it works. And this is coming from someone who basically finished season 1, and within 3 weeks season 2 was coming out. So I went seamlessly, like, from one season to the other. So I highly recommend. Also, there is a side plot of romance, but it truly is like a side plot on this. And thank God, because I'm not, like, I would say personally the weakest part of this is that side plot of romance, but I highly recommend it. The story is really, really interesting, really fun, and quite different to like all the other historicals that I have kind of watched. So yeah, Joy of Life. I think even you, Jess, would enjoy something like this.
It's on a very
Something
long
like this
list of
kind of, yeah,
Chinese dramas
yeah.
that I need to watch. All
So
right, Caitlin,
back to
your
you,
last
Caitlin,
pick.
for your last pick.
Do I go with one that kind of is in the same vein of the last 2 recommendations, or do I go with one that you probably would not be surprised that I name?
I mean, it's
Now
your
remember,
choice.
we have like some honorable mentions. We can
You can
say at
do
the end.
honorable
True.
mentions. We're gonna
Okay.
rapid
I'm gonna
fire
go.
honorable mentions.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with one that you guys won't be surprised, and it's probably even on maybe Liliana's honorable mentions. Coroner's Diary from last year.
I did not put that in, believe it or not.
The reason why I put this on my list, I did it for 2 reasons. One is it, of course, is the historical mystery concept, as always, but I feel like it is light on that, and it has an equal parts romance at the same time. So it's an easy introduction to the coroner trope of a historical mystery, but also has a romance that you actively can be invested in and is not like a side plot at the same time. And it has some politics, but again, it's not as politically heavy as something like Longest Day in Chang'an, for example, which I would never recommend for a beginner, but is one of the best historical C-dramas I've ever seen. But anyway, so I think like all of the things are good introductions in Coroner's Diary that would be good introductions for beginners wanting to step into these tropes and these things you commonly find in a historical C-drama or a historical coroner C-drama. So this stars, hold on, Aru Peng and Landy Lee. You can watch it on iQIYI and only iQIYI. I don't think it's anywhere else, as far as I know. And per the title, basically, Landy Lee, which is one of my favorite tropes, is a coroner. And I love when we get a female coroner. And she, again, has her whole family killed and she wants revenge. So she takes up somebody else's identity and infiltrates a certain family to get close to people she needs to investigate on why her family was assassinated. And she also has these skills as a coroner and doctor. So she helps Al Rupeng's character, who is a prince, but also is like the leader of the crime investigation unit in this city. And she essentially is a coroner. So she helps be a coroner for these mysteries that pop up. Yeah.
And Caitlin and I reviewed this on
Yes.
Tea and Soju a couple of weeks back, and I really liked it. I think for this type of story, it's a really easy show for people to sort of get their feet into if they're just coming into like crime historical dramas, I would say. So yeah, I agree. Coroner's Diary. So
Right.
back to you for your last pick, Jess.
I'm having such a hard time picking the last drama because they're some of the best dramas I've ever seen, and I don't know if they're necessarily beginner friendly.
Like, yeah. That was my hardest thing. That was like
also hard
when
for me
compiling
too.
this list.
Because I mean, it's really difficult. Like, I mean, how I don't know.
Exactly. How do you even judge? Because I think at the end of the day, also, beginner friendly can mean so many different things. If you're somebody who has watched historicals from the West, you're probably going to be, you know, much better adapted to watching an Asian historical. So,
all right. So
it's
I'm going to go with.
hard.
Oh my God, this is so difficult. I'm going to go with one that I don't think a lot of people get recommended, I guess, too much. It's a prestige drama. It's The Rise of Phoenixes from 2018.
Ooh,
that was on my list too.
This is one of the best dramas I've ever seen. It's a choice to do this.
This is one that I have not watched and I can't wait to watch. It's on season, like, I want it on season 5.
It is not 5. I don't want to say it's necessarily accessible to most people. It's 70 episodes long. It is a commitment, but it is available on Viki. It was available for a long time on Netflix. It could be available in your region. You just have to check. But this one is also not a typical idol drama.
No, it's not.
It's not an idol drama at all, right?
No, not at all.
This one stars Chen Kun and Nini in the main roles. This has a lot of politicking, but I don't remember it feeling overwhelming or confusing.
Yeah.
And this cup of slow burn of all slow burns, but
slow burn.
Very strong chemistry between them. The tags on this are smart male lead, power struggle, scheme, hidden identity, revenge, cross-dressing, royalty, political intrigue, adapted from a novel, and age gap. I don't remember like a big age gap, but maybe Nini and Chen Kun are.
I mean, Nini's supposed to be very young at the beginning of the drama because it spans their entire lifetimes.
Like, like years and years.
She doesn't, in my opinion, she doesn't look like particularly as young as she's supposed to be, but she's supposed to be very young.
Yes. It's very complex, like as far as like the dynamics like between the characters and how the years and the machinations sort of deteriorate their love is immaculate.
The is beautiful.
It's just so good. Yeah. If you like the gender bender thing, then definitely watch, because she goes she's basically undercover as a guy as a scholar,
like 25 episodes or
for
something.
A long time.
A long time.
For a long time. But she and him have a very juicy, complex relationship that is in the hotbed of government. And he's like the sixth prince. So automatically you're like, oh, he's the sixth prince, but he's very calculating and cunning. So you can expect there's some sort of power struggle. If he's the sixth, he has to get through 5 other brothers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
He's
know what
the
I'm
type
saying?
of
Like,
character where he's like pretends to be weak in front of everybody, but is like the
yes.
mega schemer of them all
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
closed doors.
And she's extremely
Yeah.
smart as well. So it's just
Yeah.
really cool. It's so well
Yeah.
done. And it's not an idol drama. Like, these people aren't here to make you swoon necessarily.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love it. I
Yeah.
highly recommend
Some of
it.
their best performances for sure, in my opinion.
Yes. Because I think these people are
Yes.
more film stars.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's something, when you watch the show, it is so oddly cinematic in a way that idol dramas are not. Like, I don't feel like there was so much like,
There's not as much light in it. Like,
yeah,
it's like there's a lot of shadows, there's a lot of deep blues and deep greens
yes, and like
and like
gold, and just like there's such a
golds.
richness
Like,
to it.
it has a darkness to it which plays well with the storyline.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. So it's
And they
among
also
the
don't
best.
try to make like Chen Kun. I mean, in my opinion, he's very handsome, but
Yeah, me
he
too.
is not like he's
Not a
tanner
typical-
than what you would think a typical
Yes.
Chinese drama is. Nini is very pretty as well, but they try to like she doesn't have the porcelain skin in that either. And
It
yeah,
just
it's a
seems so
very
grounded in a
against
lot of
the
ways.
yeah, it's against the grain type of situation.
Yeah, but it could be considered beginner friendly. It's I don't want to say it's throwing you off the deep end and just like dropping you off in the middle of the Atlantic, but it is going to make you feel a lot.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I think it will be beginner friendly for some people, because some people, their very first drama was Nirvana and Fire, arguably
Yeah.
a very complex Chinese political, revenge story. Others, the story of Minglan was their first ever, or Yanqi Palace,
Yeah.
those types of dramas. So arguably it will be beginner friendly for some people. It is on my plan to watch list. I want to watch it so bad, but I have to do Yangshi Palace first. And this is the thing, though. I really, really want to try and do for season 5 Yangshi Palace and The Rise of the Phoenixes. Like, I want to try and do both, which is
This
going
was
to be
also Nini's
interesting.
debut in the drama land.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, Chen Kun had not been in a drama in like 10 years before this.
Yeah.
Something
It's
like
a big
that.
comeback for him.
So-
It was a huge comeback for him. I remember them making a big deal about it.
And it has Bai Jingting in it as well. I just I was
yeah.
looking through
Yeah,
the
it
cast.
does.
It has Bai Jingting
Mhm.
in it. So
But
yeah.
he's not. I mean,
no.
He's
no,
not.
no.
He wasn't what he is
he
now.
wasn't Bai Jingting. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, this is definitely one of those that I want to watch.
I would totally rewatch this.
quite
I had a lot
badly.
of fun watching it the first
Well,
time.
didn't we say that we would bring the drama trio to review
We did.
this one?
We did,
eventually.
yes.
So yeah, next year.
I watched it I think as it was airing or close to.
It'll
I
have
don't
to be
think I
next year.
did. No, I didn't, because I
Yeah.
was overseas at the time. So I think I watched this later.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it definitely was before the pandemic. I just
I
don't
watched
remember
it
when.
firmly before the pandemic. Yes.
Yeah. Next year, keep an eye out.
Hey,
Next year,
watch
next
out.
year, we will be chatting about this one. So we all have, I'm guessing, some honorable mentions, and we are just going to rapid fire these. So I only have 4 honorable mentions because some have already been taken out and whatnot. So my first one is the 2023 C-Drama Butterfly Lover. Very short drama, very easy to watch for a beginner. Next up is the 2021 C-Drama A Girl Like Me. This is Ho Ming Hao before before he was Ho Ming Hao.
Yeah.
So
Right.
very digestible, easy watch as well. New Life Begins from 2022. I know Jess isn't a fan.
I don't stand by
However,
that.
Yeah. However, I feel like this is very beginner friendly. It's very
It
much
is.
a women's story. So, not a grand romance drama at all. And then lastly is if you want to do wuxia with that is easier digested to a Western audience, Guardians of the Da Fang.
Mm.
It's a oh my goodness, Wang Hedi drama from 2024. This character was tailor made for him. It's his best work. Lots of fun, lots of comedy. That gets more serious as the drama kind of goes on, but it's very, 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 beginner friendly in this sort of, investigation, mystery, transmigration kind of
Mm.
trope world. So those are my honorable mentions. Caitlin, what have you got for honorable mentions?
All right, so I got kind of going along the lines of Coroner's Diary. Of course, I had to say Imperial Coroner. There's 2 seasons
Mhm.
of this. Again, it's very beginner friendly. You have some romance, chemistry. Um, I put in Strange Tales of Tang Dynasty.
Mm.
I think it's a very underappreciated crime drama, and it has 3 seasons. Maybe a little more complicated than something like Coroner's Diary, but I think it's still very much approachable.
Mhm.
I also have Under the Power from like 2019,
Yeah.
2018. Again, got a little bit of romance, got a little bit of crime. You have a very, very toxic villain, like one of my favorite villains of all time,
I
who
could
is very well acted.
I could
Um,
not get through that one.
I know you. I know. I have
Yeah.
A Familiar Stranger. I thought
Oh
that
yeah,
was a
that's a
very
really good
good one.
one.
That's
I've watched that
very
one.
early Cheng Lei as well. And then the last one I have, it's 3 seasons. The seasons get better as they go because the
Oh,
first season was very low budget and was kind of like one of those we didn't expect this to do well, but it was like one of the most popular dramas in 2017, and that was The Internal Love. Where
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
remember that show. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And
Not to be
so because of
mistaken
the
by
first
10
season,
miles.
yeah, not to be mistaken with 10 Miles, but because the first season was kind of came out of nowhere, they actually did 2 other seasons with more of a budget.
mm.
I thought they
They
got
did.
better as they went.
They did.
The
They
first
did.
season does not do the other 2 seasons justice. It's
No.
like you can tell there's a big difference between first season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
But
And
I liked it because when I watched it back in 2017, it was something I had never seen in terms of the story. Now it's kind of like, oh, we've seen this a million times. But
mhm, mhm.
I just
Yeah.
want to put that out there because I have a soft spot for this series.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
agree. Jess, your honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions, they're just dramas that are good. Um, good to great. So I have Love Like the Galaxy on here.
Yeah, see, I
Mhm.
almost put that one and I was
I
like,
mean, that's like kind of an
I was like,
amazing.
Jess is gonna have that one, so I didn't put it on there.
see, I
Uh,
almost did, but I was like, this is a really, really good historical. Is it
it's
beginner
amazing.
friendly? I don't know
I don't
if everybody
know.
has the
Yeah,
patience to go through that many
I agree.
True,
episodes of the
And that was
slow
true.
like
build.
50 something episodes
Yeah, yeah,
total.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Next I have One and Only, which I'm like,
Oh
yeah.
I don't
Of
know.
for sure.
yeah.
It's beginner friendly
Oh
if you want tragedy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like if you
tragedy,
want
and
an
it's low
introduction to
episode
the
count.
tragedy, yeah, very low episode count.
But I think
Yeah.
people, how do I put it? There is no touching, there is no kissing,
Yeah,
hugging, nothing really in this show.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
yeah.
feel like that tends to bother people nowadays. I have Pursuit of Jade on here, which I'm like, of course, like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's a given. And then there's some that I'm like, this is not even close to being a beginner friendly. And that is Royal Nirvana from 2019.
Mm,
There's no
mm-hmm.
freaking way that's
Yeah.
beginner friendly. And then Scarlet Heart from 2011, which again, I'm like,
Mm.
that,
See, I don't know
I
almost if
don't
that
know.
isn't because there's not. It's quite easy to follow. Scarlet Heart is technically quite easy to follow. It's
Yes.
just
It's just older.
It's just older.
It's older.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just older. It's just older.
Older, not as expensive
Polished.
looking and polished.
But we had this
I mean,
discussion
in my
when we
opinion, it's
reviewed it.
expensive looking, but yes.
Yeah.
When we reviewed it, we sort of said, well, I think we all kind of agreed that it still kind of stands the test of time.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
all of us are people who have watched much worse things and much better things.
Right.
So, you know,
Right.
we have that range to kind of give it. Yeah.
And that's it.
So
for me.
that's it. That's our, you know, C-drama historicals for beginners.
Yeah, I have it here if
Hopefully-
you want to just say it one more time. So, Liliana, your picks are The Prisoner of
Oh, I
Beauty,
have the I have yeah.
Marvelous Women, How Dare You, Story of Kuning Palace, and Joy of Life. Caitlin, your picks are Ancient Detective, The Double, General's Lady, Maiden Homes, and Coroner's Diary. And then my picks are Princess Wei Young, The Romance of Tiger and Rose, The King's Woman, Who Rules the World, and The Rise of Phoenixes. I don't mean to laugh, but
yeah, I don't mean to laugh. So yeah, amongst all of those, I'm sure you will find your next watch if you're fairly new to historical Chinese dramas. They cover a wide range of, you know, tropes and a wide range of subgenres within historical C-dramas. So pick your next watch and come and tell us if you enjoyed it or not. And
please circle
yeah,
back.
thank you,
Let us
guys.
know.
Circle back to us. Let people know where people can find you in the, you know, wide internet.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Debakpod, DAEBAKPOD. And then you can find Tebak K Rambles wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
What about you, Caitlin?
You can find me basically wherever Jess just said, but anywhere you listen to podcasts as well as YouTube under No Sleep, the number 4 dramas. There's also a blog. Yeah.
So I will make sure to link all of those in the episode notes. Guys, thank you again so much for joining me. It's always a blast to hang out with the drama trio, especially when we're doing, you know, fun episodes like this. So that is it. That is another episode of the Tea and Soju podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we shall catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.